Hi there. So I was thinking the other day, okay, presumably years ago, prior to, I don't know, the modern era, the past 100 years, wouldn't the average person have had animals? I was watching this video. This is what prompted me to think of this. I was watching this video where this woman she lived off a grid in Switzerland, and she was like showing their house and all this stuff, and she was feeding their animals this one winter morning, and all these animals, they would rush over to her, and they would obviously they were thankful for the food, and you could see the interaction between the animals and the lady and the joy. You could feel the exchange of the joy in them, even in the birds, when they would tweet when she put the seed out and things. And so I was thinking, didn't the average person likely, say prior to the onset of factory farming, to the whole factory or industrial revolution or whatever, wouldn't the average person have had more contact with animals, and that interaction, that joy that brings to the animals and to the people, would that not have made the planet or the realm a higher frequency? And then it was connections like that also had to be broken. Like a nuclear family is, part of these agendas is to destroy the family and destroy community, and I've always thought about how it did with the people, but I never really considered how, the people interacting with the animals. I mean, it just occurred to me when I was watching that video, and then on a grand scale, when you think about, all of the people across the world that, today feed their animals and get great joy from that. I mean, that's nice, but how many used to? And now, instead, you've got factory farmed animals that are the factories are often built on ley lines so that the animals are, tortured, and they get maximum energy, out of that. And then beyond that, we're consuming this tortured flesh instead of a happy animal back then. I mean, anyhow. But I didn't want this video to be all down. So I was thinking, for myself, I think, I noticed when I started collecting these rocks, I noticed a overall better feeling of my mental health. And I started collecting them for some reason, mysteriously out of the blue, when my dad died. And I have never collected a rock in my life. And I really feel as if I was drawn to do that, and they led me, they guided me, they helped me with my grief. And now I love my rocks, and I feel as if they are each part of a bigger collective. This is a crystal, and it's jade, and for example, and it's linked to all the other jade. And this is Caribbean calcite, which actually comes from Pakistan, but it's linked to all the other Caribbean calcite. And then all the ones that I have, So then if I set an intention and you set it through the crystals, it amplifies the intention. And it's weird, but they really seem to work. And like with anything, though, you have to have faith in it. But I also started collecting these right after my dog died, around the same time that my dad died, or about a year apart. And I've not been able to get another pet because my mother hates animals. But these almost, help you feel a little bit better with, like a pet, kind of. I don't know. strange. I mean, I really would have never thought that I would have collected rocks. But it's cool. I mean, it feels like you have, like, all these different parts of the realm with you, too. Like, it's, you know, like all these parts of the earth that you may never visit, but you still are able to interact with them, which in an energetic sense, you know, if you set positive intentions through the rocks, it can go into the whole grid and potentially amplify the energy. And I'm not a love and light, oh, be positive person. The main reason I say we need to focus on being positive is because there's so much daggone negativity here. And in a realm of duality, you want balance. You know, you got dark, you got light. And we've got a lot of dark here. And so we need to inject some extra positivity to help offset it. Especially right now, a lot of fear, and there is a divide happening in the people. I mean, it's just getting bigger and bigger. I mean, you know, it's like pick a side almost. And I'm not going to pick a side, but I don't know. We're just going to see what the people ultimately do when the pressure gets on. I mean, I just, you know, we don't know. Time will tell. It is, you know, the events that have been put into motion, they're going to come, and we're going to see what happens. Let's hope that man stands up. Let's hope. Let's hope that they are awake enough. Let's hope. We'll see. But in the meantime, you got to just try to find, you know, things that, you know, are fun. And like a hobby is really important. It can, you know, it can get your mind off of stuff. It can help you, it can help generate positive emotions in you if you're having a hard time. You know, I've been in, you know, really down and really low places, and things like arts and crafts have seriously helped me get through. And, you know, a lot of times it's during that creative moment, too, that you have information come to you that you often just don't slow down enough to get. And that's another reason that meditating is cool, because it slows your mind down, and information that, you know, your subconscious or other benevolent beings or whoever is trying to get through to you that you haven't heard, you know, until you really take the time to get still. And it's important, you know, to take a little bit of time. And you know, and I mean, I have 3 kids. I don't get a lot of time to do this kind of stuff. I mean, that's why, you know, my hobby is collecting rocks. I mean, if my hobby was rock climbing, I wouldn't get a lot of time to do that. But I can purchase a rock and use it during meditation, or carry it with me during the day, or make a crystal grid to help a friend whose mother was sick, or, you know, if you want to send her some positive energy, her grid's right there. And, I mean, a hobby's important. Being positive is important. Finding some joy in life. I mean, you know, even if this is a prison, I mean, you've got to find, I mean, we're here. We don't know how to get out. Got to make the best of it, I guess. So, that went a lot of different places, as my videos do, but I appreciate you watching. Have a great day.